Here he gives you this equation as he told you y equals ax squared plus bx equals c. You write here y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Here it's given a equals -1. You remove a and put -1. As you know that c all the time is y-intercept, so you remove c and find the y-intercept. Where did the graph intersect with y-axis? Here in this point. So it's -1. So you remove c and put -1. -1 x squared plus bx minus 1 equals y. -1 times 1, -1, وهنا -1. So -1, -1, -2. So you have here b minus 2 equals 4. You wanted to get b alone, you will send for the other side. So here we're going to continue what we started from our revision. Here he asking you about he gives you the equation and the condition as a less than 0 and c greater than 0, and he wanted to know which graph. Okay, to know this, we must know that when a less than 0, that means the graph will goes down, right? The u goes down or opens down. So I don't want it to take this or this. What about c greater than 0? C is y-intercept, right? Is positive, so I want the intersection of the graph with y-axis in the positive part. So here at 0, here negative, so this is the answer. Okay. What about here? I have here some equations, and one of them like the vertex form that we took before, and he wanted to get the answer. So once you saw this form, you will write the vertex form rule, which is y equals ax minus h all squared plus k. Okay, what is h and what is k? This is the vertex, h and k vertex. Where is the vertex? Here in this point, which is x is 1 and y is -9. So I have here h is 1 and k is -9. Do you remember when I told you once you wanted to put any number inside the bracket or get this number out of the bracket, what you will do? You will put the opposite sign. So you want to hear 1 inside, so you put as x minus 1. And what about -9? Like it. As you didn't put it in the, you don't want to put it in the bracket, so you will put -9. So I want to x minus 1 all squared minus 9. And till now I didn't know what is a. Let's check the answers. We found that only x minus 1 all squared minus 9, so this is the answer. What about if you wanted to get a? You will sub or plug in with any point on the graph with y and x to get any unknown. As you remember, or as I told you in this question, to get any unknown, you should sub with any point from the graph to get b. Here, if you want a, you will sub to get a with any point from the graph. Okay. What about this? As I told you before, once you see this type of choices, so it's the vertex form, which is y equals a x minus h all squared plus k. You want to get h and k, which is vertex. Go to the question and find h and k, which is here 0 and 2. 0 will put inside the opposite bracket with opposite sign, so x minus 0. Do you see or have you seen before x minus 0? No, so it will be x squared على طول, and k like it positive 2, so this is the choice. Okay, how I can solve this type of questions? Use factorization to get the solution of this. Okay, as I told you before, if you wanted to get the answers, you should get the brackets or in the other meaning, factorize. Before factorization, you should simplify or take a common factor. Here, you can't get a common factor or simplify, so you wanted to get rid of 24, so you will multiply a times c. Why? Because you don't know what should you do. What should you put 24 where? You have here 24x squared, 24x here and x here, or x here and 24x here, or 6x here and 4x here, or 4x here and 6x here. So that I use this method, I get rid of a by multiplied by c, and this condition when a greater than c. Then factorize, then divide by a. Let's do it together. I will take 24 multiplied by c to get here x squared minus x minus 240. Then factorize x and x. 240, what times what give you 240? 15 times 16. And the subtraction give you 1. 16 minus 15, 1. The middle. Okay, then what you will do? You will do the last step, which is divide by a. Okay, what about sign? Do you remember when I told you negative? So greater like middle. So the greater here 16 like middle sign, and the other positive. Return back a to get the solution. The opposite. Negative 15 over 24, you can simplify to get 5 over 4. And negative 16 over 24 will be 16 over 24. You can simplify to get 2 over 3. And you can put with the other form. 3 will get here and 4 will get here to get the factor. Remember when I told you if you have here x minus half, what is the other form you can write it? We put here to get 2x minus 1. This is equivalent to this. Okay. Okay, what about here using factorization method? Once you have something like this, you will cross multiplication. You will do cross multiplication. Okay, here x minus 8 multiplied x together, and the other side 8 multiplied negative 2, negative 16. Then expand the bracket here to get x squared minus 8x equal negative 16. If you wanted to get x squared, if you wanted to solve this, you should find what, or you should get 0. So you will send negative 16 the other side with positive 16 to get the equation here. X squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 0. Factorize x and x. 16 what times what give you 16? 4 and 4. Positive, so the same like middle, negative and negative. The answer will be here, x equals 4, x equals 4. What about here? 5x squared equals 25x. What you will do, you will send 25x the other side with negative. Right? Because you wanted to say 0. So I get here, what you will do before factorization, you can take a common factor, which is 5x, right? As I told you before here, use a common factor. I will take what in the common factor. Concentrate on this, please. Common factor, least common, least variable, least number, okay? So here 5 and 25, we will take 5 as 5 is divisible by all, and x or x squared, you will take x, okay? To get the solution, what you will do you remember, as I told you in the class, if you wanted to get any solution, you will make divide صغنن 5x and 5x common factor. 5 with 5, x squared over xx, 25 over 5, negative 5, and x with x, 0. 1, sorry. X and x go with each other, cancel. So you get here what? 5x and x minus 5. If you wanted the answer here, you don't have any positive or negative, so the answer is 0. And x minus 5, the answer will be opposite, which is 5. Is that hard?